Welcome one and all. Thank you guys for joining me. I have some really neat ones to take a look at today. Some very defined, interesting ones. You can see the crystal eye glowing back at us on this portrait with the lips right there represented. And of course the rounder nose. Really neat one. When we flip it over this way, you can see again another portrait with a recessed face, with now the eye right here. See the little white spot in the nose? Little character in there. Pretty nice one. Really like the way the eye comes out for the crystal. And we can take a look at other sides of this one as well. So there's larger portraits as well. So we have just on the corner using this as the nose. You can see the stripe back here. Really pretty. Now we have this full portrait with the hair probably coming back this way. Ain't that interesting? So of course there's little portraits on every edge, and you can see how the nose is a little long. So you kind of tilt it and you can start to see different things start to come out there. There's going to be symbols and marks and things all over this. But we won't spend a whole lot of time on this. There's also some mammoth. I think the mammoth is worth taking a look at. You can see the eye and the lashes coming out pretty well, and the way the crystal is done here. So the head is right here. Probably the end of the trunk is right about there. Yeah. Usually when there's one, there's more. So there's going to be interior images as well. Little portraits. And on the right hand side here, looking more for the carvings, the textures. Very cool. So you guys have seen these ones perhaps before, these just little bird effigies. You can find these in your rivers. You can see how these are just shaped like birds. This one's just a bird head. And you see this large face here. I cleaned him off a little bit so you could see some of the paint. And the jawline a little better. I took a 3D photo of this as well, an interactive one. So we've seen this one a few times before. The one I really want to take a look at is this one. Same side profile here, facing to the left. And he's super heavy, so we have this profile here. We can see the eye carving. And then as we tilt it, you can see another smaller profile of a woman, with all of this being her hair. See that profile poking out right there. So the 3D nose, you kind of tune that nose in. You can see how the eye is carved in right here with the little white spot as the pupil. If I can get that portrait perfect for us. Of course, the very large with the nose right here. On the right side portrait here, we have a painted in version with a large hat. Facing to the left, there's a carving of an eye right there. There's character right here for sure. These little symbols and markings on here. I'm not sure what kind of stone this is. It might be just granite. Super heavy though. It's a workout. There's a good one too. Okay, whew, it's heavy. All right, folks, let's take a look at some of these gateway examples. real quick before we go. So this one's, you know, shaped like a spearhead. It's really sharp, and everyone's always like, where are the tool marks? Well, I'm not sure what to tell you, but isn't this the same thing that you find on your arrowheads? So here we have a big painted piece of crystal, which is the gateway pieces, and it's really a nice piece. So we're looking for birds and bird heads, and then, you know, the human figures as well. So you can see the carvings for the eyes for this top hat character. You can see the way the carvings are done for the hat. It's a really nice one. So of course you can see the portrait here. Let me go ahead and move this stone so we can get a better background. Take a good look at that fella. And as we tilt him, different things will come out. It's really a nice stone. Just looking at the tool marks here, I guess is probably what we might want to take a look at and focus on. There's also a bird printed on this way. Taking these videos and doing this, guys, with you is really helpful, so let me know what you guys see too. You know, I don't do this by myself. I'm doing this research with you guys. So here's another bird I can see right off the bat with its carving for its eye. So I'm looking at this more modern bird here, and you can see how the beak is recessed in there and the carvings for the thing. As you tilt it, you might be able to see more of the features, like the wing popping up right here. Again, with the nabbed edges. But this one has some really nice portraits on it. We're really only going to be able to see left side portraits because of the way the sun is. So one of the things real quick on this one I wanted to show you before I lose y'all is that you can see how long this is right here. So might just be able to get this silhouette, but when you tilt it to where the silhouette becomes proportioned for a face, the eye will pop out. And fortunately the light's just not set up for it for this side, but take a look on the left and see what we see. Probably a big mammoth. Not really sure on this one. Yeah, there's another mammoth here. So it's really neat the way they do these. A herd of mammoths. Really neat one. Probably a bird head here with a recessed beak, the carving for the eye. You can see the round head. Maybe a little weird crest. Sometimes there's just like a carving of a portrait like that. It's a really weird one. All right, my hands are kind of getting tired, guys. Thank you for checking all these out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.